Well, hello everyone. Welcome back for House on Mekon Hill Part 2. So, if you watched our last video, you know where we left off. We had shown the dilapidated property that we had purchased on the hillside. And now we are ready to move on to phase 2 of our house building project, which would be first designing and then demolition and then ground blessing. So we have accomplished all of those things, and we do have video footage to show you. So please enjoy, and I will explain everything as we go along. Let's start off with the design. We hired a local architect to look at our property and give us an idea of what we could build with the space we had. She asked us several questions about how we would like to use our house, our size needs, and any special features we wanted, like a patio, walk-in closet, and so forth. She then built us a mock-up using a computer program that gave us a virtual look at our new home. We also had to figure out the land boundary of our actual property. The maps that the office had were over 100 years old, and sometimes it got really confusing to figure out where our property ended and someone else's started. So it took a little bit of legal navigation for us to finally figure it out. Now time for a little land management. Before we could actually demolish the home, the property needed a little bit of cleaning up. There was a lot of trees, bushes, vines, and shrubberies that had to be cut back before we could allow access for our demolition team. In particular, the property next to us had a lot of really overgrown trees. We asked permission of the landowner to cut them back. He was all too happy to oblige us. We planned to have a wood-burning stove in our house, so we turned the trees into firewood. Our other neighbor also has a similar wood-burning stove, so he helped us out to cut down the trees and chop it into firewood, creating a stockpile that we could all share for the winter. Well, we're shopping around for shower rooms for our new house.
Toys.
So we're looking at the different showrooms that they have here. Well, you have to take your shoes off if you want to go in here, sweetie. Okay. This particular setup, the wall here, you can draw on it with dry erase markers, and pretty much everything will come off of it, so mold won't stick to it either, which for me would be a good thing because that's like my #1 allergy is mold. Yeah, these, I guess everything here can come off. It's magnetic, get moved around. So magnetic strip plus the suction cups to move it. That's cool.
That is cool. Really handy.
But yeah, especially if you have kids, that's going to be really handy. Contain the toys and stuff. Yeah, I don't mind this color too, with the kind of sparkly midnight blue. That's nice. So for functionality, this is a really nice bathroom setup. Oh my goodness! At this point, we got an estimate for the entire house, including the demolition. Small update. The demolition date is set for the old house on our property, and something that's kind of a tradition here is if there's going to be construction in the area, since we're the ones who are doing it, we offer kind of a gift to the neighbors in exchange for kind of the nuisance and the noise that we will be creating because of the construction and the demolition. So today we're going to walk around the neighborhood of our new property, and we're going to pass these out to the neighbors and just introduce ourselves too. Hey everyone, small update. We are well into the demolition phase of the old house. As you can see behind me, it is pretty much gone. And this is what our demolition crew has managed to do within the span of 1 week. They started it, just actually last week, and this is how far they've got. So I'm thoroughly impressed. They've divided up a lot of the old lumber, and like I think this was the old roof tiles and stuff. So the way they do it is they break it down and then they separate everything and then load it into the trucks over here. And yeah, send it off, I guess, to wherever it goes after that. But yeah, it's quite amazing that they were able to get this far. And we've been blessed with good weather, so they were able to really make some progress on this. And that's what's left of the second floor of the house. So yeah, I imagine by the end of next week, probably a lot of this is going to be gone and cleaned up. So yeah, that's what it looks like. This is where we are. Welcome back, everyone. Major update. The old house has been completely dismantled and cleaned up. And we also we resurfaced the foundation a bit and we cut down trees. So basically the lot is completely clear and it's ready for the construction of our house. So if you look over here, you can see kind of what we've done. And it's a far cry from what it used to be. If you remember in our first video, this was like pretty much a jungle and the old beat up house that was falling apart. So it's completely gone now, and this is what the empty lot is shaped like. At this point, we are deciding the position of our new house. So if you look on the ground here, we have the marking tape from our architect for the position of the new house. But we're still in the works of trying to figure out exactly how we want it, because ideally we would like to be looking at the bridge in the ocean from the dining room. But with the shape of the lot, it's a little irregular, so it's turning out to be kind of a challenge. Hopefully we can get the house clocked in such a way that at least we can get some ocean view, or at least move it back a little bit so that we can have a bigger front yard. But yeah, that's about where we stand right now, and everything's going smoothly so far. So we'll see what comes next. Finally, we had our ground blessing ceremony, where our local Shinto priest came and blessed our lands. This is a necessary step before the erection of any building. In this ceremony, we offered fruits, vegetables, wine, and rice to the gods, so that they might let us build on their land. We'll have a separate video just for this ceremony. So, with all of those things accomplished, we are finally ready to move on to phase 3, which is the actual building of the house. So, as you can see behind me under this blue tarp, the construction company has already delivered the materials for the house. We are just awaiting the inspection of the foundation. Once we get the results of the foundation inspection and it passes, we can actually start building the house. So our construction material is ready and our crew is ready. We're just waiting for that. Once they actually start, we'll definitely be taking video of how they do it as we go along. So I invite you to stay tuned and to hopefully watch our next video, and hopefully we will have a finished house by the end of that video, which would be really nice because it'll probably be around winter time if that happens. and we definitely want to get into the new house before the cold weather sets in. If you are interested in watching more of our home building adventures, please do subscribe, and we will see you on the next video. Bye-bye!